Hello everybody, it's Cobblers Vlogs, and today we have another match preview coming right at you. It is Mansfield Town versus Northampton Town. It takes place tomorrow, Saturday, the 21st of December. Not really sure why I'm going, but why not? Anyway, let's get into this match preview. So before we get into it, just a bit of context. Mansfield sacked their manager John Dempster on Saturday after their 1-1 draw against Crewe. Following that, they appointed the Bristol Rovers manager Brian Coughlin, I think his name is something like that, Brian something, I'm not really sure how you pronounce his surname. So they're going to have that possible new manager bounce, which the Cobblers hopefully need to try and nullify and stop. In terms of the history between the two clubs, quite a lot of games have been played between these two. Mansfield have won 37 of them. 14 of them have been draws, and the Cobblers have won just 24, so not a great record if you're looking at it from our perspective. The last encounter was on the 13th of April. That was a 1-1 draw at Sixfields, and the one before that, the away game last season, resulted in obviously Dean Austin sacking for the Cobblers, and that was a 4-0 defeat. So the Cobblers weren't great against them last season, but they've been great so far this season. Their last three results leave them 7th in League Two, the Cobblers. Their last time out, it was a 1-0 win against Forest Green at home. Before that, it was a 3-2 defeat to Exeter. And then before that, it was a 3-1 win in the FA Cup against Notts County. Looking at Mansfield, below par is the sort of expression that you would have to use for their season so far. They are sat down in 17th with 21 wins, 21 games, 5 wins, 7 draws, 9 defeats. They've been boosted up to 17th from 18th after Macclesfield received that points deduction. If we have a look at their recent results, so obviously sat in 17th. Last time out, it was obviously, like I just mentioned, a 1-1 draw with Crewe away, which is a decent point, but their manager still sacked after that one. Before that, it was a disappointing 3-0 defeat to Cheltenham at home, and then the week before that, they obviously weren't in the FA Cup. They were knocked out. Don't know what I'm talking about. They were in the FA Cup, they just didn't play it in December. The Cobblers did. They were 2-0 losers to Shrewsbury in the FA Cup second round. So they're not in great form, Mansfield. Haven't won in their last 3. Make that 4, 5. The last time they won was the 12th of November, and that was in the EFL Trophy as well, the Leasing.com Trophy. So they've been poor, Mansfield, haven't won in the last 5. So hopefully the Cobblers can sort that out and make it 6. Now looking at the Mansfield squad, it's a squad that has massively underachieved in the last sort of 12 months or so, in the last sort of 4 or 5 months this season. Obviously hitting the playoffs last season. They lost to MK Dons on the last day of the season last year. They could have got promoted if they'd have beat MK Dons. It was a winner-takes-all match, them v MK Dons. Whoever got promoted would have gone up. Obviously, MK Dons got the win, and now they're struggling in League One, which is nice to see. But Mansfield obviously then lost the playoffs, which resulted in them sacking Flitcroft. But looking at their squad, it's a very strong squad, starting from the back, working forward. So some of the danger men for Mansfield, you've got the likes of Conrad Logan, the keeper, another well-respected, decent keeper at this level. At the back, you like the likes of Mal Benning. I like the look of Christian Pearce, your typical big League Two centre-back. In the middle, they've got some good creativity. They've got Neil Bishop, who's a nice experienced head in the middle of the park. Alex McDonald can provide a little bit of creative flair. Jacob Mellis as well, I think he's a wide man. Up front, their front three, the three strikers that stand out in particular. Nicky Maynard, a fantastic, obviously was top scorer in League Two for Bury last season. Nicky Maynard, great signing that one. CJ Hamilton, another fantastic pacey striker that I'm a big fan of actually. And then the last one is Danny Rose as well, another one of those League Two strikers, pretty pacey, bullies defenders and is a pain to play against. So I'm liking the Mansfield squad, and I think there's a lot of threat in that side. In terms of the Cobblers, some of the likes of Sam Hoskins have been in good form. Dane Oliver's been decent recently as well. Obviously playing against his old club. Keith Curl playing against the club he used to manage as well. Charlie Good at the back's been good. Scott Wharton, Charlie Good, Jordan Turnbull, they've been probably the best defence in League Two this season. So it's going to be interesting. Two teams that have quality in them, but Mansfield haven't shown that as of yet this season. So coming up now, we've got Mark, who is a Mansfield Town fan. Massive thanks to Mark for coming on and helping us preview this one. Here is this week's opposition view with Mark, the Mansfield fan.
It's been a bit of a strange season, to be quite honest with you, because, last season we finished disappointingly because obviously we missed out on the playoffs and that automatic spot. And this season, we felt a bit more optimistic because we were signing some top quality players, and we was just hoping we could just build on from how we ended it last season and hoping we could just go that extra distance and put it right. It's not turning out that way so far. We've just appointed Graham Coughlin from Bristol Rovers, who has done a really good job there from leaving them in 4th position in League One. Considering where they was when he took over, they was in the relegation battle, so he's managed to turn the season around for Bristol and making them an automatic favourites for League One, and hopefully can do the same here at Mansfield. He replaces John Dempster, who is a former player, youth coach, and somebody that we all was hoping could bring that success. It's not worked out due to a number of different reasons, the main being his inexperience. The players just wasn't really playing for him, and it just wasn't working, basically. We just wasn't improving, and again, we just needed a change, and hopefully Graham Coughlin can turn our season around. Star players, main threat, should I say, for tomorrow's game, or today, depending when you're watching this video. I'd say from our point of view, Danny Rose is one of our main threats up front. He's one of our leading goal scorers this season, alongside Nicky Maynard, who, even though he's been in poor form on his day, he's one of the best strikers in this division without a shadow of a doubt. But quite recently, he's just been off form. From a Northampton point of view, I know you've got quite a lot of experienced players at this level. Sam Foley is a player that I've always noticed to be a danger man, and Andy Williams, he's been doing quite well for you as well, so we've got to look out for him as well. So it should make an interesting game, really. Obviously, we know Keith Curl from being a former manager and player here at Mansfield, somebody who was unlucky not to get us promoted in the early 2000s. He did really well while he was here as a manager. He promoted a lot of the youth players, and got us playing some good football, but unfortunately we just fell short. But yeah, it's no surprise to see him doing well at Northampton. He's been given a lot of time there, and obviously, your chairman as well as your board give him the funds to go out and get players, and obviously it's showing that with the league position that you're in now. So yeah, like I say, we're in for a tough game against you. Keith Curl's teams have always been organised in your face, so we're expecting a tough game tomorrow. Prediction, I'd say 1-1. I think it'll be a very tight game. Obviously, from our point of view, with a new manager coming in, the players are going to want to prove to him why they should have a place in the team, and so they're going to be given it the role. So yeah, I think it'll be a draw, the game. But yeah, so let's see what happens, guys. So that's my report on Mansfield Town.
So yeah, nice one to Mark for doing that one for us, for helping us, preview this one. Go and give him a follow. I'll leave his Twitter link in the description below. So yeah, massive thanks to Mark for that. On to the score predictions. I think the Cobblers are going to struggle here. I think Mansfield will have that new manager bounce. I don't think we'll lose. I think it'll be a 0-0 draw, which is not what you want on a cold December afternoon. So safe journey to any of you like me that are going. Hopefully see you down there. Don't be afraid to say hello if you see me as well. Drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it. Hopefully the Cobblers can get a win tomorrow and push on for those automatic promotion places. So yeah, drop a like if you'd enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.